Alright, how are we doing? Konzi here, bringing you episode 9 of Kenshi Age of Blood and Sand. So I think a little recap's in order for what we have been doing so far in this playthrough. So, pretty simple. Lidus tried to recruit some Hivers right at the start. Unfortunately, got in a fight with a bunch of dire hyenas and then got captured as a slave by the slavers. Managed to escape after about a month worth of failed escape attempts. From there we managed to make our way down to Heng, rob up a robot gentleman mechanic's place, which we got the supplies we needed to then get our way to Eye Socket. In Eye Socket we went and found Ray, sold us some of the prosthetics, we got enough money, brought Ray, and then we went for a prison break. In the prison break, the idea was we were just trying to free as many Hivers as we could from Eye Socket. This took a couple episodes, but Lidus was able to get a decent Adachi, and I think we got 7 or so Hivers out of it. Those Hivers are going to be useful at the moment. What we're doing is we're just starting our weapon smithing and our armor smithing up in the tower. This is going to be quite helpful. We're going to be able to start producing our own equipment. With our own equipment, we're going to be able to take on bigger targets and tougher targets. At the moment we are just in rags and just wearing anything that we can find that isn't faction related, because that causes issues, because you get attacked by the faction because you're wearing their gear, but then also anyone else that's hostile to them will attack you, and also anyone that's allied to them will attack you, so it's not going to be worth it. Also, a lot of the stuff we're going to be finding is going to be standard grade or high grade at best. We're starting to run into issues with food, so we're going to need to start buying it from the bar, which isn't ideal because that will add up very quickly over time, and I don't have a massive income at the moment. So plan will be start sending foraging parties into Gut to hunt the beak things. Good training, also animal levers, meats, all ideal, and then we're going to be able to raid beak thing nests, which means that we're going to end up getting eggs, and eggs sell for quite a decent amount, so that will get our food sorted, get our money sorted, and just be super useful to have. It would seem I've put down the wrong storage units, which isn't a massive issue. What I'll do is I'll just break down the ones that aren't right and then put in the ones that are nice, easy fix. Do need to address this food problem quite quickly. So I'm not going to go straight into Gut this time because I want to go to Black Scratch afterwards. So what we'll do is we'll head down by Brink, maybe end up in the unwanted zone, just so I can start finding a couple beak things, getting some fights. Be good training for Lidus. Also, if we go down there, hopefully we can find a beak thing nest. So we'll go back to the point earlier, find some eggs. Eggs sell for a lot, which is always good because money isn't something I really have. But looking back at the tower, talking about food and that, I do want to set up hydroponics, but I don't think there's going to be enough space. I might be able to get 1 or 2 hydroponic basins out. Issue being, if there's only 1 or 2, it's not really going to contribute much for what it's going to cost, and then the manpower needed, and all the logistics and blah blah blah, details, boring stuff. So I am not going to put them in. But it's pretty clear to say that we are outgrowing the tower already, so we're going to need to find somewhere else. But we have found some big things. And a beak thing nest as well, which pretty ideal. There's quite a few beak things defending it, which is going to be a slight issue. Defending the attack slots a lot isn't going to be able to get any attacks off at the moment, so I will need to start microing away so I can hopefully get an alpha strike in as they come in, break up their numbers as well so I'm not fighting as many at the same time, and then just wear them down over time, and this should sort the problem quite happily. Well, it's not a problem, but more of an oversight on my part, is I've only got a small backpack with me, which means between the the meat that I need, the furs that I need, and then the beak thing eggs, I'm not going to be able to take too much of it, which is going to be fairly annoying. So I will need to look into getting a bigger backpack for Lidus for these little forays or searching parties or killing beak thing hunts or whatever you fancy it to be called, because I'm not going to be able to get as much from it as I could if I just had a bigger backpack. Now the bigger backpacks obviously have negative effects, blah blah blah, details, but overall I think just having a bigger one is going to be better because it means I can take more things. And I'm not going to be able to take many eggs, probably 2 maybe, yeah, only 2. Wait, if I just move the inventory around, and then that's 3 beak things. Slightly over encumbered, not a massive issue. We're close by Black Scratch, and we're here. Ta-da! So we made it to the Tech Hunters library, which is going to be quite good. There's a couple things I am looking for. Is I want the katana blueprints because they're going to be super useful, and also I want the Guando polearm. That thing is a beast. So it's got good armor penetration. Oh, hello, shiny. I must have come across one of these before because this isn't my first Age of Blood and Sand playthrough, but yeah, that thing was that thing was super shiny. I might need to get that, but like I said, rucksack is going to be #1 priority right now. Get some med kits because I'm never going to have too many of those, but I don't want to sell too much on my stuff because obviously I've got to still bring it back because I need to turn it into wow, words. Turn it into armors and that. So if you have someone on a tanning station, they get the armor smith practice, well, the armor smith skill, and then obviously if you have someone on the leather armor station, they get armor smith skill as well. So you can train up two guys, but only using one lot of levers. So it's quite useful. That I do enjoy that. And now we're just going to go on a little help myself run. There wasn't anything too much there. There was a couple nice shinies, but I kind of like the idea of having this martial arts jacket. I don't know why. It just it seems like something like Lidus would want. So he's going to get it. Yeah, he looked pretty pimping right then. And then going back to the tower, we're going to go up a tech level so we can research some more things. There's nothing really too much we're after, even though I just collect about everything. If it's free, I want it, and a lot of it is free at the moment, so I'm having it. We've obviously something that is an absolute pain of working from the town is I keep needing to go to the shops to get more stuff. So if we start our own base, this sort of micromanaging is going to be a bit easier. But yeah, there we go. There's the Guando and the Guardless Katana, which are going to be real useful. They're going to be decent weapons. They're not going to be any good to start with. It's probably going to be a few hours before they are at any level of usability. But then again, my guys don't have any weapons, so something's better than nothing. They're also going to be cheap. Not cheap, light. Light works. So they're going to be light, which is going to be good. Going to need to get some batteries in, seeing as I'm starting to do my own manufacturing, and there really isn't enough batteries in the town. And then I'm going to need to look into getting some more power generation just to keep them topped up. But the tower looks like it's coming on alright at the moment, so I'm fairly happy with that. What is odd though, is if you have your own base and you put a tower like this in, you get nowhere near as much use out of it. Like, you get a tower, you put a couple things in it, and then it's done. But I think it's where you're just so limited on space, or I am at the moment, so I've got to try and like use everything that I have. And at the moment, the pathing's not messing up, which is amazing, because that's a massive Kenshi issue. It's like you start putting things too close together, then all of a sudden like your hives just get like stuck between like two places, and it's just like, no. You have to go like pick them up and move them around, which is always like super annoying. But at the moment, I'm not getting that, which is pretty good. I mean, tower's coming on. We nearly got the second power generation up, small wind turbine, which looks like it's about to start. Bang on. We've now got batteries, which is really good yet again. So they're going to start filling up, hopefully, once the wind picks up. And then we've got lights as well, so our guys can work in the dark. Missing a couple things here and there, whether that's not a massive issue, like we'll get to them when we have the resources and we have the time. But at the moment, it's just looking pretty decent. Lidus is nearly back. When Lidus gets back, he can drop off the food, drop off the animal skins, and then we can just start moving forward again, which is going to be pretty ideal. And pretty much bang on cue, Lidus is now back. He's going to sort out his inventory, drop off the things to the other hives that he doesn't need, sort out his backpack, give them a little bit of gear, and then he's going to take that big one so he can carry more loot, which is going to be needed because Lidus is now going on a Becca Thing hunt. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I need to bring the episode to an end, and thank you for watching episode 9 of Kenshi Age of Blood and Sand. I have been Konzi. I look forward to seeing you in the next one.